I am live. See if anybody loves me enough to come in to watch the live stream. Justin Ward, how are you doing? How are you? James Nelson, how are you? What is everybody up to today? Ron, how are you? Slash. I didn't even know he was live, to be honest with you. Yes. Did not know he was live. Tanisha, how are you? Well, that's good that you got all your snakes on frozen thawed. Here is a link to some DEA exotic shirts and stuff like that if you guys are interested. It's got shirts, sweatshirts, tank tops, baby clothes, everything, if you guys are interested at all. I don't know if you guys went over and checked out the Deadly Tarantula Girls video, but I was on there today on her interview live stream. Oh, that's good. I'm glad you got them all on the frozen thawed. It makes it a lot easier. It really does. It does make it easier. Oop. I'm trying to get it so this way we can see something here. There. That might be better to see me, huh? Maybe. The Snake Keeper. It's a that's what TSK stands for, the Snake Keeper. So life is good, Tanisha. Is life good with you? David Theory, how are you, buddy? Do I even ask why your brother's in jail? It's probably none of my business. I probably shouldn't even ask. So how are things going with you, David? Yeah, that's kind of this time of year. It's kind of tough to be riding on the motorcycle, you know. Yeah, Dan and Colette Sutherland is the snake keepers. That axanthic line, by the way, is probably one of the better axanthic lines. Uh, that's the motorcycle your dad, right? That your dad had or something that you and your brother were trying to get, and now you finally got it, right? Ooh, sorry to hear that, Tanisha. Oh, oh my God, you're so funny. You know what, James? I will do that. Jamie, I will do that right away in the morning. I will let her know. By the way, if there's any, I don't see any in here, but like David Theory, you let Jennifer know Happy Mother's Day. So, yeah, I think that David, did you see the picture I sent you again of the snake? I really think it's some. You know what somebody told me they think it might be. You ready for this? Tell me when you're ready, David, because I'll tell you what they said it possibly could be. Haha, Jeff, it's not even a Harley. They said by looking at it and a head stamp and getting a really close look at it, they think it might be a swarm, which is a hypoenchi spider. Um, when did you do that video? The other day? I did see one where you did say a shout out, and I didn't comment on it though because I was I was on my phone. Oh no, I watched it on TV. That's why I didn't leave a comment. Tonight, no, I did not. I will have to go check it out though. Yeah, well, when they got it and they looked at it, they said that the reduced head pattern, but it's iffy. I don't know. The only way I'm going to know is if I breed it and see what comes out of it, and we'll go from there. That would be probably the only way I would know. Ah, Marita, how are you doing? I hope you guys checked out her. I hope you guys did check out her video today. It was very awesome. Will, how are you doing? I remember talking about you. Now I regret it. Oh, see, told you. A little bit of advice can go a little far away. I'm glad that you're having babies, though. That's always a good thing. Now you know what you need to do. You need to get more snakes to feed them off. See, That's how that works. Yes, Tanisha, I just saw that, and it's a big one. So I know. I will definitely check that out. 904. You're almost at 1,000 there, James. Or Jamie, I mean, I'm sorry. Aquaballs, how are you doing, George? Will, how are you? You were playing Ninja, huh? Anyway, guys, here is, I'm going to put this link up there. This is some DEA shirts and stuff that you guys can go get. I got everything from women's shirts to hoodies to baby clothes. Everything is on there. Now, Aquaballs, your discus dropped eggs. Are they fertile? Oh, yes. As soon as she drops the eggs, you got to keep a close eye on your discus fish. Once they drop their eggs, and they're dropping them, because what they'll do is the female will go deposit them, the male will come up right behind her and do that. Once they're done, you have to watch them, because what happens is like one egg won't be fertilized, right? And it'll turn white. And they'll go over and pick that white one off. But while they're picking that white one off, they end up hitting other ones. And it ends up being sometimes they get like a compulsive behavior that way, and they will sit and pick them all off. So your best bet is once they're done and you see that they got a bunch there and they're starting to pick at them, you need to get a screen, wire mesh that sticks over top of your cone, and you stick it over top of the cone so they can't get to the eggs. Well, they live for the first month or so off the mom and dad. They sit on the mom and dad and eat their slime coat. They don't eat on their own. Then you slowly drop, like I said, the brine shrimp droplets over top of the parents as the babies are sitting there, and they'll end up eating them, and then they can get off them. Once they get off them, then you separate them into a different tank. Yeah, but I used chicken wire, but the coated chicken wire that's coated in plastic. Do you ever see it? It's like the squares. And then I make a mesh that fit over it, and I slid it down over it so they couldn't get to it. Otherwise, 90% of them will eat their eggs, especially in an aquarium. Another thing, once they're free swimming and they're attached to the parents, eating off their sides, you have to leave a light on, because if you should happen to turn the light off, at least the light in the room, and you flick the light on, they get shocked and they'll run around and eat all their babies then too. I will definitely go check that out. 100% go check that out. Yeah, anytime you have a question, you can hit me up on Instagram, George, and I'll help you. So, anybody get any new eggs or anything like that? Ron, he's got 25 new babies. I'm waiting any day now for eggs to start pipping. Once they start pipping, we're going to be flying along. I like planted tanks. I used to do when Carib Sea sponsored me to do a planted tank, and I did one for a while for them. But I definitely would like to try fragging once with the corals and the zoanthids and the polythoas and stuff like that. That would be a lot of fun to do that. Yours did have eggs though last week. Am I correct, Will? And you were going to let her maternal incubate them, I think. Am I correct with that? So I'll have to wait for the video. Then I'll have to see the video because yeah. Why are you trying to cut back on your reptiles? Is that what you plan to do, Aquaballs? Thank you, Jamie. Thank you. You know, every time I sit down to do this live stream, I forget to have some tubs sitting here with snakes in it. Is there any in particular snake you would want to see that I could put up, and I'll get it for you for the next one and sit here and try to get it up? David Whalen, how are you? Yeah, that's okay, because sugar and calico are not the same gene. I'm sorry to say that, David, but you just won't give up on that, but that's okay. Reppin' Reptiles, how are you? Pieds are my favorite. Pieds are the best, Jeff. I love pieds. Oh, and if you're saying you want me to bring the pied up and hold it, I will do it for our next live stream. I kind of got them tamed down now. See, pieds are seem to have an attitude. Why? I don't know. Pieds, it just they're even a pied retic has a little bit of an attitude. Pied berms have attitudes. Everything pied seems to have an attitude. I don't know. Yeah, no, sugar and calico, they're different. They even do when you put them with things, they even look different. So you can't say they're the same. DW, they are not. Do not, Marita. Do not listen to DW. Trust me on this. They are not the same. How many ball pythons do you have right now, DW? None. Okay. Just checking. Some pieds are they just most of them seem to have a little bit of an attitude. But there are some that are sweethearts. Mine's starting to calm down and relax. Yeah, what species of rattlesnakes? Thank you for stopping in, Jamie. It's great to have you here, and I will be definitely checking in your video out. You have a great night. The rattler. That's funny. That is funny. That's a good answer. DW. Very good answer. I have to agree. No, thank you. You stopped in here. Gaboons, they're okay. They are. The gaboons, they are pretty interesting animals. Yeah, can you do magnets or stickers or anything like that? Repping reptiles? He doesn't rattle much. No. Gaboons are awesome. Would venomous have I kept? None. And the reason is two reasons. When I worked at the pet store, I went um, to the distributor to get the animals and stuff, and he always had venomous reptiles in there. And there was nothing there that was interested in keeping at the time. And then he had a bad incident also. So when you're younger, you're kind of like, I don't know. I mean, I would like to. It wouldn't bother me now. I would like to keep Gila monsters and things like that, but no, nothing snakes. And Becky, her mother was bit by copperhead when she was a little kid, and that still sticks to her to this day. So she says no venomous. So I respect her wishes in that way. Oh, hognose. I'm sorry. Well, if a lot of people don't consider those venomous, I do. But yes, hognose, I've kept those. Lots of those. Uh, David Whalen, again, how many hognose do you have? They are venomous. Rear fang venomous. Wannabes. Okay, just checking. That's all. Oh, okay. I used to get stuff from there was All Glass Aquarium Company was around the corner from my store, and we used to get all our fish from there. There was a place called. Give me a minute. It's been 20 something years. Give me a second. There was a place up by the store called Martin's Aquarium, and they had a dealer right in there that used to deal wholesale out of there. Stuff like that. I know you got to tease, David. The pumpkin call. That's funny. Yeah, no, we used to deal with places like that. I don't know if you ever read the book The Lizard King, uh, Marita, but you need to if you haven't. But it was fun with the store, but it's a headache too, also, on top of that. To deal with a lot of crazy people in the world. All kinds of stuff happened in Martin's Aquarium. All kinds of stuff. If you wanted something, you can go there. They could get it for you. Guaranteed. They used to, not them, but I'm not going to say them directly, but I've seen them. I'm not going to say them, but I've seen deals with highly protected um, turtles and tortoises and stuff like that. It was very interesting. I've never read Stolen World. I have to get that book to read it. Ed from CMC, how are you? How are things going, Ed? What? Nah. All good. Yes, that's good. That's good. So, yeah, I had to read that in school, The Lord of the Flies. It was quite the interesting book, also. But it was in, I guess everybody has. I think everybody has to read. I think my daughter just read it last year for school. Yeah. Marita, which did Hank Molt? No, I do not believe so. Um, Something I haven't checked in a while. What is going on with the Brazilian tarantula thing? Is everything working out with that, or no, or what? I think I did see that movie too, Justin. I'm not sure though. No, I don't believe I knew him. Oh, no official statement yet. Very interesting. I just hate to see it go downhill. Yeah, see, um, I could see them having a problem, but they should just not be allowed to import anything anymore. But as for the stuff that's here, I don't see why they should be able to stop stuff. That could very well be. There are so many Brazilian species, like I think the Bumblecabacillus isn't that like a Brazilian species also? Well, yeah, I guess it is. It's a Brazilian redhead, right? Yes. Yeah, see what you can find out, David. I think it's just the teas right now. They tried it with the boas a while back, I think, and I didn't get nowhere because there's so many boa breeders here in the United States that they don't even have to bring anything in anymore. So I think that's a plus. The more we breed of these animals, the less chances of them coming in, and I think that it helps. J Dog, how are you? Yeah, if they're Brazilian species, they would be. Oh, okay. See, it's always stuff like that that I don't know. This may not be good for the tarantula keepers out there, huh? See, the groups have to stick together. I'm telling you, all the animal people need to stick together, but they stay separated because they don't get along, and it's not right because that prevents, like I was saying on your show today, the groups are fragile, and they don't want them to bind together because if they get together and stick together, it would be very hard to break it apart. But when you keep them apart, you can pick at them until they're done. Yep. They'll be grandfathered in, but you're not going to be able to transport them over state lines. So if you breed something that is here that you have, you just won't be able to ship it to like the next state over. Well, congrats on that, J Dog. Congrats. So yeah, Brazilian stuff is going to be tough, and I don't see how. Here's what I don't understand: we got tied up in the Lacey Act, which is it kind of leaves other countries in control of our laws, just like we have control of some of theirs with the Lacey Act too, I suppose. Um, yes, I have to agree with that too. They're using it incorrectly. So when Brazil says you can't transport, you can't sell these or nothing, it's they're kind of enforcing laws on us, and it's not supposed to be that way. Oh, it's not supposed. No, it's not supposed to be for. It's supposed to be to bring into the country, not interstate. Like yes, and I don't see how they can enforce that stuff. I don't see how Brazil can have rules and say you can't transfer that from there to there. Yeah, don't ever give up. One thing I've learned with like U.S. ARC with fighting for the reptiles is don't ever give up. And did you ever contact them, Marita, about that? Seeing if they would help you guys with that situation at all? It might bring a whole new line of people in to U.S. ARC. Yeah. Yeah, you can contact them right on Facebook. They'll get back to you instantly. Seriously. And when I say instantly, they'll get right back to you. Because I know they helped me here right away. They had this big, huge paper written up for me right away and sent it to all the people in the city board and all that. It was funny. Yeah, good idea. They might be able to help you. And then, because if groups stick together, you know, makes a strong force to fight against. Edward Tyndall, how are you doing, sir? Yeah, but at least we'll have them here, you know. I think they already did that, J-Dog. Dale, how are you? Forgot to say hello to you, and I saw you up there, and I do apologize. I did not mean to skip over you deliberately. So how are you doing, Dale? How's everything going? Yeah, no problem, Marita. I loved it. Anytime. I still have a whole bunch of stuff I would like to get out there and tell people. I am, Edward. I am very well. We can, Marita, and you have a great night too. Uh, Talk to you later. Should be warm enough soon, Edward, to uh, ship that tarantula to me. I'll have to get in touch with you about that. I have to watch the ant video. I seen it, but I didn't get a chance to watch it. Definitely have to watch that. I watched the video where uh, the centipede, was it a centipede, got out on you? That was a good one. I like that one. I said that a lot of people keep their centipedes in containers that the centipede cannot reach from the bottom, from the highest point of the substrate to the top, because sometimes they can pull up and get up inside those lids and get out. I know they're fast, Edward. I seen a guy feed one once in person. I was there, and they had was it a roach and a tweezers, and they put it in, and as soon as we put it there, that thing was up on his shoulder that quick, like right there, boom. When in doubt, breathe. I have to agree with you. theory. I'm definitely going to have to pair it to just a normal male and see what I get. The hypo thing, I know that there would be head hypo, but as for anything else that comes out, we would have to wait and see. I will get on that in a few months when she's up to size. She's almost there now. Yeah, I agree with you, J-Dog. But with centipedes and you got them locking lids, they seem to get up on those locking lids. They can get up in there. Some of them smaller ones can. I don't know about how big his is, but they can get up in that lid area. But yeah. Anyway, we are over. We're getting kind of late. I started late today. So I think I am going to call it a night, people. I hope everybody has a great night. I'm going to try to get on earlier. Don't forget to check this out, guys. This is DEA shirts and stuff. You can get shirts, hoodies, anything like that. Comes in all sizes. I think some of the stuff, at least some of the stuff, came up to a 5X. Okay, Edward, I will. Let me see here. Let me go see this video really quick. Gotta wait for the ad. Give me a minute when the ad's over. I will check that video out. 10 minutes. I will check it out after the live stream, Edward. That's awesome. That's doing great. I'll definitely have to check it out for sure. But I want to thank Justin, Edward, Dale, J-Dog, James, David, Jeff, Ed from CMC, Deadly Tarantula Girl, everybody else who's in here. I want to thank everybody for stopping in, and peace out, people. Wait a minute. There we go.